Welcome all ye gents. For Storytime, this week's edition of Storytime with Scoopy. Today we are reading Littlest Lovecraft presents The Call of Cthulhu. Now let's open it up, shall we, kiddos? Just some official shit. The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is that mere mortal minds just cannot comprehend. We were not meant to fathom the vastness of time, or the reach of the cosmos, or things without end. While some may have guessed at this terrible breath, just the knowledge of strange eons did this to me. Dark visions of horrors were burned in my brain. In the end, there are things you can never unsee. Again. I learned of these first when my granduncle died. Professor Angel left his things all to me. I sorted through these till a box caught my eye. It was locked, but I found and soon twisted the key. Oh, look at it right there. Such grand red box with Mr. Something face. Within the locked box were a number of files, along with an uncanny, like clay bas relief. Upon it was sculpted of a strange sort of beast, with a peculiar hieroglyphs drawn underneath. Oh my god, does this actually rhyme? No, it doesn't. Fuck, never mind. I thought it rhymed. That would be awesome. Oh, look at him there. The papers as well were a curious bunch. The Cthulhu cult and the manuscript said, cultists and secrets, madness abounded, with the two stories I picked up and read. On the first day of March of the 1925, a sculptor named Henry A. Wilcox stopped by. He came in. Sorry for that trouble. My phone seemed to have an issue. Now let's get back to reading. How about that? On the first day of March of the 1925, a sculptor named Henry A. Wilcox stopped by. He came in to ask the professor's advice on a clay bas-relief just now starting to dry. Oh, look at him there. Old hieroglyphs clearly showed some sort of phase, but Wilcox had no clue just what they could mean. The professor then asked him where it had come. Oh, look at him there, weeping like a bun. And Wilcox just said, I made it last night in a dream. Oh, look at him. He's being influenced early. The young man recounted a strange, rambling tale. There'd been a small There'd been a small earthquake just one night before. This had somehow inspired his mind to conceive of some sort of take place on a distant shore. Looks like the ancients are contacting him. Oh, look at it there. Peaks rose from the sea, just like great jagged teeth. The city that crowned them was untouched by man, with sky-high stone spires that dripped with green ooze, and the unending drone of Cthulhu Factagan. Professor Angel was enthralled by these dreams. For weeks after that, he makes Wilcox's stay. He asked about cults, but the young man knew not. Cthulhu and Rilla. Pesky little phone. Then Wilcox fell ill with a fever and dreamt. He cried out in the night, and he ranted and raved. He spoke of a thing that was miles high and monstrous. That was surely the beast that in clay he'd graved. Oh, look at there. He is not doing well. No, he is not. He should have had some NyQuil. Are you telling me what? Oh shit, motherfucker! Oh god, Scoopy did not have a good time on that. On April the 2nd, his fever then broke. He woke with no recall of what had gone on. Along with his illness, to what angels dismay, all trace of Wilcox's dreams were gone. And so the professor then searched for more clues. He sent letters to some more people had dreamed. New England at large had quite little to say. Not much was amiss for most people, it seemed. The artists and poets had visions instead, reporting strange nightmares as young Wilcox had, and fear of some great, nameless, terrible thing. One man even died, having gone raving mad. Oh, look at them. Oh, he has red eyes. Oh, that means he's super demon. He's probably the one who died. Surely he died. Yeah, he's fucking dead. Oh, mother whore. Oh, look, you got Cthulhu, got more things. Along with the writings, I found other clips, from journals and tabloids from all over the world, though, about voodoo and beasts and mysterious cults. I suspected young Wilcox had read these things too. In the very next paper that followed, I found what one time before the presser had seen. This terrible thing, those ominous names, Cthulhu, la, what did they both mean? Oh no! A number of years before Wilcox stopped by, the Architectural Society met. Professor Angel had attended the meet. It was there he first saw what he'd never forget. Inspector Ligris spotted a strange statue in. He had come up to learn it was found in the swamps of south of old New Orleans. When police had dispersed some dark old dreadful mass. Look at it there. Look at its ass. Oh, I like it's bald. Wow, like 90% of these people are bald. Wow, that's racism. That's architectural racism. Well, look, there's its ass, like I told you. The scholars all gathered in close for a look. They passed around the statue from one to the next. It was ancient and queer, and exquisitely made, but they just shook their heads, all quite truly perplexed. Let's flip to the next page. Oh, look at it there, all them dancing around it. A professor named Webb then stepped in to declare that he'd seen something like it a few years ago in Greenland. He'd come upon a similar piece with a bloodthirsty Esquimaux cult down below. Lee Grace then asked Webb to recall, if he could, the chant he had heard from those terrible men. The words Webb then spoke were the same he had heard. Lee Grace had one up on old Webb. It would seem the cultists he'd captured had told him its meaning. The gibberish they were chanting went something like this. In his house in R'lah, dead Cthulhu waits dreaming. Oh no! Oh! At that, they all asked him to tell them the tale of how he had acquired the queer statuette. Lee Grace told the men of that far distant swamp and the fiendish strange band of cultists he'd met. Oh no! Oh, evils. In New Orleans last year, the police got a call about a woman and child abducted at night, about things in the swamps of dark voodoo cults, of screaming, drums beating, and holy fright. Inspector LeGrace and 19 of his men leapt into the cars just as fast as they could. They were armed to the teeth with a local to guide, and raced down the road to the dark haunted woods. When the path grew too wild, they got out and walked. They brushed in the bog till a sound spooked the men. They heard a loud chant over ominous drums. Oh no! What are they gonna find? Oh Jesus fucking Christ! What the hell is happening here? They come to a clearing and saw through the trees 100 men circling a great ring of fire, their voices and arms raised in bloodthirsty praise, as they worshipped a statue along a stone spire. Guns raised, the policemen drove into the fray. The cultists all fell or surrendered or fled, while the rest of his men were securing the scene. The inspector recovered the idol with dread. Oh my god, they got fucking butt-ass naked people here. They worshipped great old ones, the cultists declared, who had come to the world before men came to be. The old ones still whispered to men in their dreams, that they lay in the earth and down under the sea. The statue they found was Cthulhu, they claimed. It's he who is called the chant they were screaming. The phrases they shouted were meant to say this. In his house in R'lah, dead Cthulhu waits dreaming. Oh, look at them, they're captured and now forced to wear clothes. That sucks for them. One cultist, old Castro, told a bit of strange tales of the old ones who reigned and then died long ago, laying somewhere within the Pacific's deep seas, but just where they sleep only high priests may know. They were only alive when the stars They were only alive when the stars are all right, and fell into sleep when their own time had passed. In great houses of stone in the city R'lah, they wait for their fated rebirth at long last. Oh, he looks fucking ominous as shit. Sure, he's gonna come up later. Imagine this guy walking into your house. Hi there, kids. Got TV? The first men of dream to them formed the dark cult. Around statues they crafted eldritch design, and to keep the great truth of Cthulhu alive. The cult cannot die till the stars realign. They are painting it with blood and shit. Look at that green baby's ass. Oh, fucking shit, what the hell? Time passed, R'lah sank into the sea, drowning their links with the minds of their men, but the memories lived on, and so too does the cult, for someday R'lah will rise up again. The core of this cult was, the old Kasha proclaimed, concealed beneath the Arabian sands and the ages of old city of pillows they kept, their secrets they gathered from faraway lands. Holy Jesus Christ, what the fuck is that? We got some starfish. Oh, rest down, my child. It is said that these secrets are hidden within the Necronomicon, whose pages decray that is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die. Oh! With that, the inspector concluded his tale. Legress for some time lent the statue to Webb, as he found himself to be quite the collector. On Webb's death, it returned to the prison instead. Oh no. It was not a surprise that Angel linked the reports. The cults found in both be one and the same. It was quite plain to see if you knew where to look. The papers had printed that hideous name. Oh no. It's printed in the newspaper. It's in the water. Yes, papers are in the water. Get used to it. Oh, fuck, my blanket's caught in the chair. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. There's my hand. Don't end up in my room. I'll collect your hands. These surely inspired young Wilcox's dream. He must have concealed his knowledge before, determined to speak with the young man myself. I went down to the province to bang on his door. Bang, bang, bang. I like this book. Frail and unkempt, Wilcox answered my knock, but as we conversed, I soon found him sincere. I then pressed him to tell me his curious tale. He knew nothing of cults, though, that much was clear. He told me his dreams of that frightening place, of the city of stone and that hideous call, Cthulu Fatagan, Cthulhu it's dreaming. Still, I couldn't believe he just dreamt of it all. Oh, look, something similar to that. I wonder why. Oh, my true voice is showing. Let's just continue. Unable to banish the cult from my thoughts, I went down to speak to Legress and his men. Though Kashra had died, the dark idol was there, but I couldn't believe in the dreams even then. Oh, look. Oh, Jesus Christ, it already has a dark aura of shit around it. Oh, God, I'm starting to get worried. I suspected foul play in my granduncle's death. He'd been pushed by a seaman, a cultist, in fact. I believe he was killed because he knew far too much. Who knows now what dire notice I might attract. Bum, 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 bum. My quest for more answers had sadly gone cold. When I noticed Sydney News Bulletin spread, it pictured a statue of some dreadful beast, like the one that Legress had retrieved, I read. Mystery! 2 men recovered. 1 living, 1 dead. Found drifting at sea on a derelict lock. Survivors speak little about a baffling case. New inquiry sparked by an old idol now sought. Oh! Early in April 1925, a storm damaged the yacht. The Alert had been spied. The crew of Vildred came to her aid, but just Gustav Josen had somehow survived. Scribble, 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 scribble. Scribble, scribble. Scribble, scribble. Oh, no. The man, a Norwegian, then told how the yacht had scuttled the ship where had been second mate. In the fight that ensued, the men took the Alert, but later they met with some horrible fate. They dealt in powers they could not understand! This was clearly fresh news of Cthulhu's dark cult. At least I had questions to ponder anew. What of the idol? Where was it found? What fate had befallen the Amos lost crew? Could these things be linked to young Wilcox's dreams? The dates all lined up. I soon realized with dread the dreams and myths of the old ones were rebirth. I could almost believe now in all I read. I traveled to Sydney as fast as I could. The survivor had answers I just had to know. But though I could see his strange idol myself, Johannes has gone with his wife back to Oslo. Oh no. Holy shit, how much is left of this book? Holy fuck, that's much more than I expected. I thought it was like a 5-minute video. Nope, we're going overtime, everybody! I left soon for Norway, his address in hand. When I arrived, I found he had since passed. His widow at length gave his papers to me, so I read them with haste, seeking answers at last. Ah, God. Somebody to fuck. Let's have fun. Papers. I don't give a shit about unwed married people. It began when Emma was blown off her course, and had ended up lost in deep South Pacific. They were set upon there by a yacht, the Alert. Her terrible crew was both strange and horrific. The Emma was hit and eventually sank. Her captain, first mate, and another were lost, but the rest of her crew somehow took the Alert. The battle was won, but at such a great cost. They spied off the bow, rising up from the sea, a forbidding lone mountain, Acropolis crowned. As they nearby, they could see some queer statues on top, with massive stone blocks and sharp spikes all around. Oh, fuck, shit's getting real. The Emma's crew moored and went down to the shore, to the mud-covered base of a spiraling stair. Non-Euclidean geometry baffled the men, as they climbed to the foot of the monolith there. Holy shit, this is getting intense. At the top of the stairs they beheld a great door. As they opened the portal, not one of them spoke. It swung wide with flutterings and a foul stench. As the great old... Then deep in the dark, great Cthulhu awoke. Well, they're all fucked. Jesus Christ, messed with powers you can't understand. Like a mountain that walked, he burst out from the door. His great scaly arms were both starting to rise. Just a swipe of Cthulhu's immense flabby claws, and 3 men were thrown to their tragic demise. 2 other men died from fright where they stood. When 1 more fell, but Jones and Brain could flee. They raced to the shore and then made for their yacht, while Cthulhu flopped down from the stairs to the sea. As they reached the alert, the men started her up, relieved that her engines were prepped from before. But Breenan looked back and then promptly went mad as Cthulhu pressed on through the waves past the shore. Well, he's fucked. Shit. Johansen could tell it would catch on their alert, so he cranked on the wheel and he spun her about. As the thing's massive head rose above the ship's bow, he drove the yacht with a desperate shout. Fuck you, Cthulhu! I listen to no one! He ran the alert straight on into the thing. Its head burst apart with a loud slushy rip. Then stench of 1,000 old graves rolled it out, an acrid green cloud that fell over the ship. Holy shit, did they just fucking kill Cthulhu? Oh my god. Best captains ever. Oh no. Not pausing, Jans passed you in a way. Cthulhu reformed, but really was gone. It pulled the thing down with it under the waves. Then at last it was done, and the yacht sailed on. You motherfucker! Aboard the Alert was an idol enshrined that depicted the beast they'd so nearly fled. Johansen soon found himself drawn to the thing. It drove him half mad and consumed him with dread. Soon his duties meant little to him anymore. As he searched for some meaning on the yielding stone, Johansen had hid safe in the wild storm. But poor Breeden was left to the squall on his own. Oh, that was a really funny joke. Remember that? Remember the movie? Oh god, remember This Is the End? That was hilarious. It was out the squall that came. Jansen was saved, but poor Britain had died. When they docked, he told newspapers some of his tale. Then went back to Norway, his wife at his side. He put pen in paper and gave his account, but he wrote in English to spare his dear wife. Then memories broke what was left of his mind. Then a bundle of papers fell, taking his life. When I came to the end of his story at last, I looked at the notes and with a clay bas-relief that I then hid the box far away from my sight, as if I could hide from my newfound belief. I looked on the horrors of time and space and left me with this poisonous stain in my soul. I now know too much, and the cult still lives on. I fear soon they'll come take their terrible toll. Lock it up. Cthulhu still lives, sleeping under the sea. He waits for rebirth, and he dreams in the deep. For that which has sunk may rise up once again, and still his dark cult seems to wake him from his sleep. I pray that whenever I pass from this world, some caution is used by my heirs of estate to see that this knowledge is hidden and safe, lest they be caught up in the same dreadful fate. The end. Dun dun dun! Let's see. Up all folks, Shody. Shody patooty. Yeah. Well, that's it. It was a pretty good book. Pretty good book, as you can see. It's called Cthulhu, the Littlest Lovecraft. It's a pretty adorable series. Pretty just... sadly, I think it's the only book they've read, but, you know. So what?